The craziest thing that I heard that made sense to me, but it was crazy. They want Israel to strike first. They done put all our stuff from all these bases and put it in Israel, making it if Iran hits Israel back after Israel attacks, and Americans military sitting in there as targets to be pawned, to be a catalyst for Americans to get behind because Americans get hit and our military sitting there, sitting there with their fingers on the trigger but won't pull the trigger until something of Americans gets blown up in Israel. Such a stage act just to get a motherfucker to go into war like Iraq. You see the same type of shit to get us hit the 9/11 buildings. That's why when I heard the Shadow organization and the Israelis had intel on that shit, and they implicating some shit about them in some type of way, period, that they had intel or something. That's not watching America's back, but the same scenario. Put America's right there, target, because it's a way of getting America to enter the war and get the people behind them. Like we're stupid. Why would our militaries be somewhere where they about to go to war and they sitting up there instigating a fight and going to start it, and then going to want America to get in the war because they gonna kill, they gonna try to get our shit towed up or our soldiers killed because they pawns and don't give a fuck about flesh in our citizens' lives, putting them in jeopardy if they go get attacked and start a war with Iran. Of course, Iran's gonna unleash, and America's putting their soldiers in harm's way, and our military equipment and all our shit that they ain't paid for, that they still owe us for, and jeopardizing our flesh, our soldiers in that shit. Nigga, they shouldn't even be in that country until Iran attacks, period. If Iran attacks for a retaliation from Israel starting, that still doesn't give America the right to enter a war. That's smoke and mirrors. That's trying to strike America. That's trying to get us behind that shit by having Americans like they shield them because they there. Why would you sacrifice our military and our soldiers' lives to get us in a war? That's what I'm talking about. Don't give a fuck about America because you don't give a fuck about Americans' lives. And that's why the motherfucking journalists got killed the same way to hide this shit. That's why I look at our government and Israelis like that. They want to start a war, have our shit sitting up there, and then once America's military equipment and lives get taken, that's going to like give us the access to go to war because we're being attacked and they're attacking. No. That's using our soldiers for pawns, for sacrifices, to get America behind them. Can you see this stuff, America? This is how dark Israeli think, and they're thinking of our soldiers' lives, because they want our soldiers to get killed once they start getting fucked up, and our military is going for this shit. Why ain't we giving them weapons and getting the soldiers out of there and let the Israelis bomb, use them like we do with Ukraine? You let them motherfuckers, okay, we giving you the weapons, but we don't want our people's life sacrificed for y'all war. God bless. How much help do y'all need? They want us to spoon feed them a war too? We're already financed, and they want us to fucking fight their war for them? Sick asses.